song finished. Okay. Welcome back. Ebola virus, as we know, is that deadly disease that had no cure. Up to 4,000 people, actually more than 4,000 people, have actually been infected across West Africa. During Nigeria's battle to contain the virus, 8 of the 19 people infected died, while the others were successfully treated by the Nigerian health personnel. Joining us today is a survivor of the Ebola virus, Mr. Dennis Akagba. Did I pronounce that right?
Akagba.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So you were the fiancé
Yes.
to the nurse who died.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how did you get infected?
I got infected. I was the one taking care of her.
Okay, in the house.
Yes, in the house. Okay. So I think that was how I got infected.
Yeah, but she started having temperatures, and you're just holding her. You didn't protect yourself at that time.
No, I did not, because I didn't know what I was up against. Yes.
So tell us your experience. At what point did they take her away, and at what point did you find out that you were positive, and what happened afterwards?
I think everything started on the 14th. Okay, on the 4th of August. That was when I took her out of the house, because she had contacts with the index patient on that should be on the 21st. Yes, on the 21st of July. Then the temperature persisted because she was 2 months gone. And, you know, she gave me this assurance that there was no direct contact with Sawyer. And I said, okay, fine. You know, I felt relaxed. Because if there was actually a contact, which I wouldn't have.
So she had no direct contact?
She told me, that was what she told me, you know. But I later find out that she had lots of contact with him. Maybe she was trying to protect me, or maybe she was scared I was going to run away, you know. No. So, but I was like, okay, fine. So that gave me, I was so relaxed, and I had this assurance. But the temperature and everything persisted, so I had no slightest idea. So
when you found out you had a temperature, what did you do?
You know, I think most of the time she was looking at her, checking her temperature and keeping to herself. You know, so
that's her picture right there.
So she was, you know, looking and checking the whole thing and keeping it to herself. You know, it was just on the last day, you know, when she started stooling, started vomiting.
Oh, so she got to that stage before going to the hospital?
Yes, she got to that stage.
That's how
yes, that was her, because I left the house that morning, and I was calling her, and she was like, I've stood for like 5 times. I said, serious? I left what I was doing. I came back to the house, tried to arrange her care for her. You know, she said she wanted to eat. I gave her food. She said she needed a pap, pap to drink. So I ran to the kitchen and made some pap. So at the point of giving her, she threw up on me as well. Oh. So I had to, okay, let me clean her. Taking her to the bedroom, she started bleeding. That was when she had the miscarriage. She started bleeding, and I said, okay, fine. I dropped her, then I had to clean the blood and everything. So at that point, I had so much exposure, and you know, at that point, that was when I think I had contact. So that was actually how I got
Yes,
now, I'm going to ask you, it's so sad you lost your fiancé and your unborn child to Ebola. My condolences, it's a pity. But knowing that she had lied, probably to protect you, like you said, are you by any chance, is there a tiniest opportunity that you're angry with her? Is there a tiniest chance that you're angry with her?
No, I'm not angry with her, because I think she was trying to protect me, like I said. I think that was actually, because I got to speak with one of the doctors that survived, Dr. Ada at the Igono, and she gave me a whole picture of what happened. Yes. You know, she said.
So how did you find out you were positive?
Actually, before she passed on, I've been having this, because Ebola is a disease of dehydration. So I've been getting dehydrated all the time. So, but you know, since she was being in the center, there was no way I could submit myself, you know, because who would care for each other? I said, okay, fine. So I was just taking care of myself alone. But the bad thing about the disease is it comes in the night, and in the morning I'm good to go. So I could go to the hospital, take care of her, and come back, you know. So, but after she passed on, 2 days after she passed on, that was when my own came.
So were you under quarantine? Because I've been trying to understand what they meant by quarantine, because some people were able to walk around. Were you ever put under quarantine?
Surveillance? I was under surveillance.
Okay, so
I was under because I was yes.
What were they doing during the surveillance? Did they check your temperature?
I was given a thermometer, a digital thermometer. So I was checking myself and giving them the reports because they have they have people they call the contact tracers.
So what if you had lied? That your temperature was good.
Your temperature was high. You called them.
They were always coming, and I was giving them reports. So at the time, my temperature was rising from 34, 35 normal, 32, then to 38. And I was having those muscle pains, these excruciating waist pains.
So while you were admitted in the hospital, what exactly was going through your mind?
I was so confident about my situation. I knew I wasn't going to die. That was just what I was saying to myself. I was so confident, and at that point, though most times I used to have this discouragement, but I just knew because of my faith. So I just knew I wasn't going to die.
How would you gauge the health care response to you? How would you gauge how they took care of you while you were in the hospital, and how the response generally?
Well, mine was fantastic. Mine was fantastic, but for her, there was actually this slow response. There was no prompt response. Why? Because of the fear initially. Let
me take a quick break. When we come back, we're still going to talk more to our survivors. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, Uwa, you're going to say something. I'll come to Sanzi.
Yeah, because...
Okay, Yakub first. Let me take Yakub. Good morning, Yakub.
Yeah, good morning to you, Morayo.
Yes, go ahead.
And then good morning to all of you in the studio. I'm very happy about this kind of topic you bring on today. Even the time is not enough. And then before I go on, I am very, very happy for the gentleman in the studio. May God Almighty continue helping.
Yes.
See, Morayo.
Yes.
I want to take on who at this morning. I always agree with him, always. But this morning, I'm going to disagree with her. Because the reason is this. You made mention that Nigeria is a secular state. Does it mean that I don't have rights to drink? The same law that they are applied this time around now telling us that a children in a primary or secondary school does not have right to wear it down. Does it mean the same law does not talk anything about indecency? Some people that is going around the state wear a kind of a dress that is going to be emotional. And when a man is looking for that person, let me tell you this. You say that anybody here, that maybe they are going to carry bomb to school or those things. I've seen a picture in your studio now. When you are talking earlier, they show us some kind of children wearing that. Does it mean that kind of that can carry a bomb to that school? Are you going to telling me that people living in the north, you can tell them that they do not, they are not supposed to wear it?
We don't want to isolate our guests. We don't want to isolate our guests.
Bring this topic back.
All right, no problem. We're going to bring back this topic because even Uwa said that it's pretty hot on Twitter. So we might still have to do a part 2 on this matter because the judgment was just Friday. So the judge says it's a pretty new judgment. So we're still going to have to talk about it, but we don't want to isolate our guests. We have to go back to the matter. We'll go back to the hijab story. Maybe Thursday we can make it a hot topic or something where we can now talk very well on this matter. But back to the matter. But yes, Sans, you're going to say something.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, while you were in surveillance, was there any special drug that was given to you? And also, did you have the chance to meet Dr. Adadivo while in surveillance?
No, I only met her because after the incident, so I think WHO, they called all the staffs for a briefing, and that was the only day I met her. You know, that day she was like, thank God she didn't have any contact with him. She was just thanking God. That was the first day.
How was like
for me now,
Ebola?
Wait, because that's the question. I'm scared, let me be honest, to come close to you.
Are you serious? I'm judging.
High five, I don't catch up like this. I don't catch up like this.
I am talking for millions. See where you're talking. You know what? Talking with father. No, we have to be real. We are real here. We don't deceive people. Tokwe said that I didn't sanitize my hand today. But what I'm saying is that it is normal. I'm talking for 1,000,001 people. Like, I'm scared coming to you because I've heard that, you know, Ebola, blah, blah, blah. So how have you been able, stigmatization from your neighbors, from friends, from, you know, how have you been able to
Well, I think when I came out from the isolation and center, the first thing I did was start talking to press, start talking to reporters. That alone helped me, you know, because when people see you, they will say, okay, fine, this person is no longer Ebola positive. For him to start talking to people, for him to start expressing his opinion. So that alone helped me a lot.
You.
Even my neighbors, you know, when the nights I was discharged, because I was discharged at night, so when they saw me, they were very happy.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
so you know when
Let me take Kola's call. Good morning. He's been holding for a while. Good morning, Kola. Are you there?
Oh, good morning, Morai.
Go ahead, please.
Long time. Yeah, good morning, everybody in the city.
Yes.
Morning.
Yeah, it's been long that I spoke with you guys. I
Go ahead.
In Nigeria the other time on Sunday. You know, the network has not been able to.
We have 10 seconds, sir. Please go ahead.
I know. Let me quickly, you know, take you back to this hijab of it.
You know what, hijab, you know what, I have to hold you on hijab because it's very hot. I won't let you talk now. We'll come back and talk about this matter, Kola, please.
It's hot, please, it's hot. You know what?
We'll make it back on that hot topic because I don't want our guests. Go ahead. Let me, who has it actually? Let you, go ahead.
Okay, please. You see, what I want to say about that is that, you know, to avoid the occurrence of what happened in Osun State, whereby, you know, because the government encouraged students to use hijab. Then the traditionalists too, the Egungun worshippers, they now went, you know, they came to school.
Somebody has made that point already.
I think it's better to just leave, to play down on that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, there's a question I wanted to ask you. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that, you know, I spoke to you about meeting the governor. Did meeting the governor in any way help your interference with people, interaction with people? Did he help you? And how are you coping with your job? Are you working?
Yes, that was the whole idea about seeing the governor was just to help us, those who are actually suffering from stigmatization. You know, that was the whole idea behind seeing the governor. Then for the job, I lost my job while taking care of my fiancée. And just like what I do top, I said God has given me a second chance to do something.
But how long did it take for you to, between the space of, you know, your when you were ill and, you know, how long did it take?
It took me,
and did you get to that stage where you were really sick, vomiting and all that? How long did it take?
It took me 5 days for them to declare me Ebola positive, Ebola free. It took me 5 days.
Wow.
And the good thing about it was that I went in early.
Okay.
I think that was, fantastic. I went in early.
I have a question for you. Sorry, Sanzi. We've heard that those who have survived Ebola actually have some kind of immunity on catching it again. If they invite you to go to Liberia to assist those that currently have Ebola, hopefully maybe to have some kind of transfusion, would you be willing to go?
Yes, actually, I'm working on a project called SAFE, Save African from Ebola. You know, I'm working on a project, and the whole idea behind the project is to recruit people, volunteers, train them, take them down to Liberia to train their local health personnel. You know, maybe 3 weeks or thereabout, then bring them back to Nigeria again. So that's the plan. So I have the, if I'm called, no problem.
You're called to give your blood.
Yeah. Well, blood anyway. I'll still have to think about the blood.
Okay, all right.
I do want to know a lot about your experience while in surveillance. I want to know the doctors, while they were coming to check the thermometer, were they all geared up like what we see on TV, you know, wearing all that nylon covers? And also living under surveillance with a lot of others like you, what was it like for them? Because if I was in that place, I would probably feel like I'm in a death cage or so. What was that like?
Well, they were always geared up.
Like that, like the picture we're seeing there?
Yes, I dressed like that when I went to see Justina. When I went to see her,
like that,
yes, I saw her 3 occasions, so I dressed like that just to protect myself as well. So, and you know, they just.
Did you meet Dr. David? That was the
yes, that was
pretty helpful.
Yes, David was very helpful. He with Dr. Kamal, just 2 of them, you know, and they were taking care of 8 patients at the time because there was no people. Yes, at the time.
Really funny tweet. Really happy for the young man from Obi-Wana Zil. He said, really happy for the young man. His healing is divine. Tokwe should please go close to the man now. Laugh out loud.
Yes,
tweeted. She said, please help me ask the guest what drug they gave him.
We heard that Zimap and all that. Did they give you guys any drugs?
No, we are not giving any drugs. All what we took was the ORS.
Like immune boosters, right?
Oral rehydration. Yes, oral rehydration, because since you're getting rehydrated, it is expected that you take this ORS to get yourself hydrated at that point.
Okay, so for pictures, let us come close. Let's go.
Yes.
So people know that there are no issues, right?
There are no issues.
We are coming close. Hold him. So it's Ebola free in the whole of Nigeria. Nigeria is Ebola free. So, Oga, is our person. It's Ebola free, right? We're free. All right.
On that note, we stop the discrimination.
Just say, please. All right. On that note, I think we're good to go. You can watch a repeat. Thank you so much. No, thank you for coming. And so sorry about your loss.
No problem.
Are you dating again?
It's kind of early. It's kind of early.
I'm just asking.
Let's out of respect for your ex, your fiance, your ex. Let us take a minute of silence, just in honor of her and the unborn child,
And Dr. Adadipo.
and Dr. Adadipo and others. May their soul rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
All right, watch a repeat broadcast of this program at 11:30 p.m. tonight. You can also watch previous episodes by going to YouTube/TV Entertainment and search for Your View. The best cure for breast cancer is early detection. Get tested today. Oga, go and check your prostate. It's very important. All right, take care. Bye-bye.